Your career has been incredible because it's been so varied. Like, you cannot put you in a box, and that's really all Hollywood wants to do.
Yeah.
You've been in David Fincher films, Danny Boyle, Aaron Sorkin, the Steve Jobs movie. Like, you are in fancy, fancy shit.
Yeah, I love being in fancy shit.
I mean, well, you're quite good at it.
I'm such a fan. I'm such a Hollywood fan. So like when I get to be in these things with these big people, I mean, the Fincher Mank stories, it was like I have like pages of stories that I wrote about my experience behind the scene. At one point, Fincher asked me what I was writing during the scene.
Yeah.
He's like, "What are you writing?" And I was just like, "Everything you're saying."
I love
it's just like so brilliant and hilarious. Like,
yes,
I just had to write everything down in the moment because I was like, I cannot ever forget that.
Well, to have the experience of being around someone, not just of his caliber and talent, but like the specificity of David fucking Fincher. I'm obsessed with him. And
people say, be careful, Fincher. You're going to do a lot of takes. You're going to get really tired. Get some sleep, you know? We did 200 takes of one scene. 200.
Yeah, like that's not being hyperbolic. That
no, I'm not exaggerating at all.
No, I know.
We did about 100 takes.
I love it.
And then we broke for lunch, and then we were told at lunch that none of those takes were usable because there was these two ceiling fans that were rotating not in sync.
And that, no.
Scrapping it.
But by the way,
so then we did another day of another 100 and something takes.
Because that's going to be more artistic if they are going in sync rather than slightly off. That's going to be
don't
jarring.
mess around.
No, he's unbelievable. Was working on the Steve Jobs movie also. Like,
I mean, that was unbelievable. The best part about the Steve Jobs movie is my role. I'm in like 3 or 4 scenes for a couple lines in each scene. It's if you're shooting it traditionally like a regular movie, maybe I'm in San Francisco for a couple days.
Yep.
Right. But Boyle had decided he was going to split the movie up into 3 movies. Like each movie is around like 45 minutes to an hour long, right?
Yep.
And each one shot differently. One shot on film, one shot digitally, one he shot on like the super, new
incredible
4K, whatever the
new one was.
And so it felt like we were shooting 3 different films. And so we would go for this week-long rehearsals in San Francisco.
Holy shit.
And sit around the table and do table work, talk about the script. Sorkin would be there to give us, like his tidbits. Sorkin and Fassbender kind of got into a battle while we were there, which was crazy because Seth had just dropped The Interview.
Yeah.
The Interview pisses off North Korea. They hack into Sony. All the emails get released. Some of those emails have Sorkin talking about Fassbender.
Yep. Oh
sort
my God.
Of derogatory, like being like, I don't know about Fassbender. Fassbender knows what Sorkin has said about him. There's chips on each other's shoulders. They finally get into the room. It's a little tense. Boyle is like the nicest dude ever. He's sort of like calming it all down.
Yep.
And by the end, we sit down for the 3rd scene at our 3rd rehearsal process after we've already shot 2/3 of the movie.
Yeah.
We sit back down at the table and we have our fresh pages. Sorkin's there and we're about to do the table read. And Danny's like, I got everybody tea. And, he's making this really great atmosphere. And I'm sitting next to Winslet, who's like my girl on that. There she is.
Here's your Mary Easttown mug.
She nailed the accent.
I don't worship anyone more than I worship Kate Winslet.
I have so many great Kate Winslet stories. But so I'm sitting next to Winslet. So Danny's like, all right, let's get started. We all like pull the scripts closer to us. And, we've got our highlighters and our pencils and we open the script. And Michael Fassbender pushes his script out to the middle of the table.
Ooh.
Pushes it away from him.
Ooh, does he?
Then he takes out of his pocket, he takes these Steve Jobs glasses and he like puts on the glasses. And I see his face sort of like do this thing that like the great actors can do. Like they just match. They're sort of like, they're wizards. I don't know. Magicians. His face turns into Steve Jobs. He puts the glasses on. And you see Sorkin go,
maybe you want your script, buddy. But he's like, the flex. Michael's like, why would I need that?
I don't need the script. I'm completely off book and ready to go. And then for the next hour, I'm watching the greatest acting performance I've ever seen in my life. And I'm looking over at Winslet and her jaw's on. She's just like, oh my God, Michael is killing this. At one point, we're firing. Everyone's doing their, oh my God, the scenes are insane. Then there's like a big pause and I'm like, oh shit, somebody's not paying attention on what page we're on.
It's you.
That's me. I like quickly look at my script, I'm flipping, and then Danny Boyle goes, I think now's a good time to like stop for tea. And I was like, no.
Were you just
I was so
enraptured
by the performance. I wasn't turning my pages anymore. I was just like, this is the best shit I've ever seen in my. And I'm at a table with like the greatest group of actors.
Yeah, you really
Jeff
are.
Daniels is there.
Oh.
I mean, it was nuts. It was nuts.
Fair.
And Michael just killed it, knocked it out of the park. And I could really see like Sorkin. I mean, I'm putting this together, but I could see Sorkin just like be like, okay,
all right, we're good.
this guy's awesome.
Yeah. Well, by the way, similar almost.
Oscar nominations for all of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I mean, that whole run was so incredible. And I was just like felling off to the side knowing you were in it. I'm just so thrilled. But I'm going to analogize that Fassbender Sorkin thing a little bit to you with the watermelons with Andy Dick. Like, he pushes the script across and is like, you doubting me, buddy?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. Here we go.
You fuck with me, you fuck with you.
Yeah.
As he says in Beautiful Girl.
Yeah. My two favorite things that came out of that Steve Jobs movie. One, Sarah and I became really good friends.
Yes, you did.
And whenever Sarah comes into town from Australia, she stays with us. She stayed with us while she auditioned for Succession.
Shiv-Roy, no break deal.
Shiv.
Oh my God.
So I remember going to Noya House in Hollywood where I had a little desk and going and printing out Sarah's Succession side.
I mean,
Sarah's like, I'm not getting this. There's no way I'm getting this.
No.
These are
and then
like
you'll
the funniest
become
guys ever.
an iconic character for the ages.
Like one of the best shows ever. She's amazing. And then the Kate Winslet relationship. Kate, we go to the SAG Awards, right? And now this is where I learned that if you have a shared card on a movie in the top of the movie, you're not in the cast as far as a cast nomination for the SAG Awards.
Single card.
Single cards only.
Single card only.
I shared a card with Snooks.
Yeah, you did.
Right?
Yep.
Now I wouldn't trade that in the world, right? For anything.
Never.
But I was like, fuck, I'm not nominated for the cast, you know?
God damn it.
But then Katie gets asked by SAG to be the social media correspondent for SAG at the SAG Awards.
Ooh.
She gets a +1, and guess who's at the table? Guess who's
so much.
back in?
But that feels very Bashert to me.
Come
too.
on.
Meant to be.
I'm back.
I mean,
so
exactly.
I'm at the table, and Winslet's like, couple really hilarious things happened. I was doing a pilot for TBS, which is what was airing the SAG Awards.
Yes.
And Winslet at one point was like, hey, at the commercial, do you want to go get a drink with me? And I was like, oh, yeah, right?
Yeah.
So commercial happens, the two of us run back to the bar to get a drink. And as we're walking back to the bar, I see Kevin Riley. And he was the president of the network that was doing my pilot, which was called at the time Pussies.
Yeah.
Right? Written by Matt Fogel, Todd Strauss-Wilson.
What did they change that title to be?
They never did change the title because
it didn't go.
They didn't have to.
Got it.
But we just shot the pilot and it was really funny. And I walk up to Kevin and all the guys from TBS, all the comedy guys were there. And I was like, what's up, pussies? Right? And then I say to Winslet, scotch, neat, no ice. Thank you. And I keep talking to them and they all watch me just like casually order a drink from Winslet and not acknowledge her at all. And Winslet, who's the funniest, coolest person in the world, completely understands what I'm doing. So that was amazing. At the end of that SAG Awards, Kate is like, should we get dinner? You, me, and Katie and Ned, her husband, Ned Rock and Roll.
Yes.
I'm like, yeah, okay, it's our town. We'll take you out to dinner, Kate. And she's like, well, why don't we just eat where I'm staying? Because it's like so much easier. I'm like, oh, because you're like super famous, whatever.
Yeah,
cool. I'm like, what hotel are you at? She's like, oh, no, I always stay with Leo when I'm in town. I'm like,
stop it right
So we're in the back of her car.
No sentence has ever made me happier.
I'm like, we're going to Leo's house right now? She's like, yeah, he'll order food and he had just won Best Actor for The Revenant. Just minutes ago, right?
I've passed out. I will start hosting this podcast.
So I'm like,
moment.
Kate, I didn't know we were going to Leonardo DiCaprio's house. Can we stop at the liquor store on Sunset?
And like bring something.
And like grab something.
Because you were raised right, Sheila and Irish Shapiro. Yeah. Thank you so much.
She's like, of course. So two of us jump out of her car. She's barefoot in like the most beautiful gown ever, dripping in all this like diamond from the award show, right? I'm in my tux. We walk in, get a nice bottle of scotch, and also I'm starving because we didn't eat anything. So I get a bag of cheddar goldfish.
Yep.
Buy the scotch, buy the goldfish. We get back in the car. We're getting in. I'm like the last person out of the car when we pull up to Leo's. He's standing on the front stoop being like, you guys are here, right? We walk in, she gets out, Ned gets out, Katie gets out, and I hand Kate the bottle of scotch. She gives the bottle of scotch to Leo. I get out, I'm the last one there, and I just have this bag of goldfish. And I don't want to be like, the scotch was from me.
Yeah.
The one that Kate, So I just gave him the goldfish and I just said, they're cheddar.
I'm never going to
And he was like, thank you. Thank
he was
you.
so classy about it.
Thanks, man. So we walk in, we have champagne, blah, blah, blah. We have the best night ever. The first thing I do when I get back to my house at like 3 a.m. is I text all my boys, yo, you're not going to believe the night I had. Winslet, bro. And I'm sitting next to Winslet, who's like my girl on that. There she is.
Here's your Mary Easttown mug. Oh,
she nailed the accent.
I don't worship anyone more than I worship Kate Winslet.
I have so many great Kate Winslet stories. But so I'm sitting next to Winslet. So Danny's like, all right, let's get started. We all like pull the scripts closer to us. And, you know, we've got our highlighters and our pencils and we open the script. And Michael Fassbender pushes his script out to the middle of the table.
Ooh.
Pushes it away from him.
Ooh, does he?
Then he takes out of his pocket, he takes these Steve Jobs glasses and he like puts on the glasses.